So, what is supply chain crisis? In the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, a global supply chain crisis has sent shockwaves across industries. Lockdown and reduced capacities at manufacturing plants lead to disruptions, compounded by labor shortage due to health concerns and restrictions. The automotive industry faced delays from semiconductor shortage, while electronic and technology sectors experienced setback in device production. Retailers also struggle to maintain stock levels, causing shortage on their store shelves. Construction faced delays and increased costs due to material shortage, while the food and agriculture sectors experience disruptions impacting product availability and pricing. As industries adapt, the focus is on building resilient supply chains for a post-pandemic world. The supply chain crisis highlights vulnerabilities in our globalized economy, prompting a call for innovation and flexibility.
Recently, the US fighter aircraft shot down an anti-ship cruise missile fired from a wholly controlled area of Yemen at one of its warships in the Red Sea, the US military said on Sunday night, and this action may cause a supply chain issue. The supply chain crisis caused by the Red Sea attack may bring several macroeconomic effects. The first one is production holds. Companies like Tesla have had to pause production due to delays in the delivery of parts. For instance, Tesla suspended manufacturing at its factory near Berlin for 2 weeks. The second effect is the increase of shipping costs. Shipping costs have surged, with some companies reporting a 250% jump. This increase is due to higher transportation and shipping insurance costs as a result of the attacks. The third one is inflation all around the world. The disruption has reversed in disinflationary forces such as drop in energy costs and smoother supply chains, potentially upending the much-awaited inflation slowdown. Inflation could rise due to increased shipping costs and a jump in oil prices during the war. The last one is the global trades. The attacks have led to a decline in global trades, with major shipping firms pausing shipments through the Red Sea. This has raised concern about supply chain havoc and the overall impact on the global economy. These interconnected issues demonstrate the fragility of global supply chains and its issue. The supply chain crisis caused by the Red Sea attack may bring several macroeconomic effects. The first one is production holds. Companies like Tesla have had to pause production due to delays in the delivery of parts. For instance, Tesla suspended manufacturing at its factory near Berlin for 2 weeks. The second effect is the increase of shipping costs. Shipping costs have surged, with some companies reporting a 250% jump. This increase is due to higher transportation and shipping insurance costs as a result of the attacks. The third one is inflation all around the world. The disruption has reversed in disinflationary forces such as drop in energy costs and smoother supply chains, potentially upending the much-awaited inflation slowdown. Inflation could rise due to increased shipping costs and a jump in oil prices during the war. The last one is the global trades. The attacks have led to a decline in global trades, with major shipping firms pausing shipments through the Red Sea. This has raised concern about supply chain.
Of the unprecedented challenges posed by the supply chain crisis, governments around the globe have embarked on a journey of strategic policy responses. As the crisis unfolds, these measures are proving to be pivotal in shaping the economic recovery trajectory. From Beijing to Washington and Berlin to Tokyo, nations are adopting a spectrum of policies to mitigate the impacts of disrupted supply chains. Across the globe, leaders grapple with the far-reaching effects of a supply chain crisis. In Japan, stimulus package bolstered domestic industries, aiming to reduce on foreign suppliers and shorten supply chains. In the United States, President Joe Biden champions the call for strengthening partnerships and investing in domestic production to alleviate strains on the supply chains. Meanwhile, in the heart of China, President Xi Jinping acknowledged the impact of the crisis on the world's largest manufacturing hub, emphasizing the need for collaboration and innovative solutions to ensure the stability of global trade. In the other side, boosting domestic supply chains also plays into Prime Minister Narendra Modi's strategy of making India less vulnerable to global headwinds through an Atmanirbhar Bharat. A common indicator, gross domestic product, GDP, is used to reveal the effectiveness of various policy. Let's delve into the numbers. The graph shows that the United States has the highest GDP among the selected countries. This could indicate that the US economic policies have been effective in mitigating the impact of the supply chain crisis and fostering economic growth. China follows the United States closely in terms of GDP. The country's response seems to have contributed to maintaining strong economic performance, though slightly behind the US. Japan's GDP is the third highest, reflecting the impact of stimulus package may have positively influenced economic outcomes. India has the lowest GDP among the selected countries. However, its policy response also helped to lessen the effects of the supply chain crisis and making India more self-sufficient, as well as catalyzing industrial development across all corners of the country.
My name is Nurul Binti Ashary. My metro number is 295197. Today I'm going to present about recommendations how to overcome supply chain crisis. First and foremost is identify potential risk factors. Supply chain managers need to create a structure for handling supply chain disruption, and they can start getting organized by cataloging and addressing known risks. To assess exposure, a supplier's financial history can be combined with knowledge of the product lines in a company that relies on that supplier's solvency. Today, for example, unpredictably rising interest rates can have an insidious impact on the cash a company has tied up in inventory. At the same time, companies can help lift the curtain on the unknowns by taking advantage of a variety of tactics, such as employing predictive analytics, what-if scenarios, and estimation of a value at risk. Second is diversify suppliers. Diversifying suppliers in the supply chain is a strategic approach that mirrors the principle of diversification in investment portfolio. The objective is to make sure that if something goes wrong, it doesn't affect everything. So instead of depending too much on just one place or area, we spread out and use different sources. This helps us stay flexible and keeps everything running smoothly even when things get tough. In summary, diversifying suppliers is a proactive and strategic measure that empowers business to navigate and overcome supply chain crisis. It fosters resilience, reduces vulnerability, and provides the adaptability needed to thrive in ever-changing business environment. By embracing a diversified approach, companies position themselves to sustain operational continuity. Third is dynamic pricing strategy. Dynamic pricing, also called surge pricing or time-based pricing, is a strategy where the price of things goes up or down in real time. This kind of pricing is useful, especially during times when there are problems with how things are made and delivered. However, by implementing dynamic pricing strategy, it can help adapt to the changing landscape, such as real-time demand monitoring. The company employs refined analytic tools to monitor real-time demand patterns. These include tracking online and offline purchases, consumer inquiries, and market trends. In summary, dynamic pricing during a supply chain crisis helps companies strike a balance between supply and demand, optimizing revenue while preventing stock out or surpluses. The flexibility inherent in dynamic pricing strategies allows business to adapt quickly to changing market conditions, providing a practical tool for navigating the complexities of a disrupted supply chain.
In conclusion, the global supply chain crisis, born from the disruption caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, has unveiled the vulnerabilities of our interconnected systems. Industries worldwide have grappled with unprecedented challenges impacting automotive, electronics, construction, retail, agriculture, pharmaceutical, and more. These repercussions have echoed through global trade, inflation, and economic recovery. Moving forward, it's clear that reinforcing resilience and flexibility within supply chain is crucial. This crisis has spurred industry to reassess and bolster their supply chain strategy, aiming to create more adaptable, responsive, and sustainable systems in the post-pandemic world. The lesson learned will drive innovation and development of more robust supply chain, ensuring greater preparedness for future challenges in our increasingly interconnected global economy.